Number 12. Second Conference in Voronezh. Contactees with Extraterrestrial Civilizations. Mead answers questions. Part 4.
In this and future videos on our YouTube channel, you will discover the absolutely true story about the amazing contacts of Irina Podzorova from Voronezh with Extraterrestrials, and her unique abilities of clairvoyance, telepathy, psychic abilities, and channeling. We, a group of volunteers from different countries, are translating the spiritual and scientific knowledge received from Irina Podzorova into English. We understand that all of this may be very difficult to believe, but we do not aim to mislead anyone. All the information presented in our videos is Irina Podzorova's personal life experience, about which she is sharing. Any images that we place in our videos are not a way to deceive you. We use approximate images to help you visually imagine what Irina is talking about. We replace the actual speech of Irina and her interlocutors in Russian with an English translation for those who do not know Russian. With love and gratitude, the volunteers of the International Development Team of the Cassiopeia Project.
Does magic exist, and can it be used to kill another person?
Of course, there is magic. You can go to any bookstore and see how much literature there is on this subject. They can't write books about something that doesn't exist. Magic is the unlearned laws of the astral world. But of course, there are many prejudices, all sorts of fears, superstitions, and the like. But there are also true spiritual laws and rules of astral safety. It takes a lot of experience to separate one from the other. Magic is the energy of reflection of the astral world. People have known this since antiquity. In religions, you can find traces of magical activity of ancient people. You can check it out. Each of you has magic. Self-hypnosis is the simplest kind of magic. It is the conscious influence of thought on your state physically, psychologically. If you convince yourself that an ordinary object has a high temperature and touch it, a real burn will appear on your skin. That's magic for you. For the ancients, it's magic. For psychologists, it's a law of how your body works. But they have not yet been fully explained. Magic can kill. But it's not magic that kills. It's the person who believes in killing and turns on the program for self-destruction. For example, if a mage's, a sorcerer, a shaman's, authoritative for people, makes it clear that he kills someone with his magic, the one who believes in it will kill himself. He'll turn on his self-destruct program. Either his immune system will stop working, or even his cardiovascular system will stop functioning. The doctors, your medics, will only show cardiovascular failure at autopsy, and it wasn't the sorcerer who killed him, it was the belief in him. A question from the Shemorians. As you know, it is favorable for any authority to make its subordinates obedient and calm. Then why do your power structures allow criminals before the law to conduct their ideology in society and youth, attracting them to their structures?
What does that mean?
This means that you have allowed propaganda of a criminal lifestyle, and your governmental structures, which should not be inherently interested in such propaganda, do not actually prevent it.
There is an answer to this question. Our world is ruled by money to a large extent. And for money, we are allowed to do things that are not good. That is, by destroying our physiology, by advertising alcohol, by advertising pornography. Advertising is business processes. In most cases, if you have money, very big money, you can afford to do almost anything you want. It's the politics of managing us. Money manages us.
So your answer is that those who have a lot of money live on a low vibrations of the spirits.
Yeah, and no faith. They don't care at all. They don't believe in anything. They only believe in money. And it's very hard to convince a person with money that there is a God who is higher than them in level and in egocentrism. In most cases, if a person has very big money, he realizes that he can feel himself as God already here on earth.
Is the question of owning money the same as the question of owning a personal weapon?
Money is a weapon to achieve many things. If we compare money to energy, then for a person of spiritual energy, love energy is an opportunity to get any benefits as he considers it. And if we take the energy of money, then a person who has money uses money to get the same benefits as he thinks on the physiological level.
You well understand that a man who will be filled with love will not be able to keep big money, even if he has it. For one reason, that true love, having money, will start spending it with the purpose of helping others without thinking about himself. The essence of love is to forget about oneself. That is why many people who had wealth in ancient times and wished to be free from the material world sold it, gave it to the poorest, and went either to nature or to some religious institutions. This is a natural consequence of the desire to free oneself from the power of money. After all, money has power over man. Of course, it is possible to use this energy for good purposes and more, but for this you should be able to love people and collect money at the same time. These are completely different energies, and it is quite difficult to combine them.
I'll ask the Shemorians a question. There was this phrase, the essence of love is to forget yourself. And I, for the first time, in contacts now, do not agree that the essence of love is to forget about oneself. As far as I correctly imagine, love is the energy that we project both into and out of ourselves. It turns out that I can't forget about myself in terms of the divine or financial, because if I don't have money, I can't project love in terms of giving knowledge, giving something else, and I can't forget about myself and drop the realization that I need money. I think that in true maybe faith without materiality, maybe the essence of love is to forget about yourself as a physiological nature. But we are not without our physiological nature. We have our needs. We live in a society in which money, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, has a very big power. And I believe that without having money, forgetting myself, meaning not having money or giving it away, not being able to manage money, I will not be able to teach. Not having money, I won't be able to deliver information. Because I realize that in order for me to deliver information of this nature, I have to earn money, spend my energy to make people aware of it. So I can't do it without money.
Shemorians did not mean that love is possible only without money. He meant another thing, that it is quite difficult to balance these energies in oneself. When there is money, it happens often. When someone who loves people has money, when he sees someone in need, he cannot neither psychologically nor physiologically pass by. It happens often. An example is that, as you know, Christ loved people so much that he let himself be killed, did not give money, but gave his life and gave the possibility of all incarnations. And this is more expensive than money. For earthlings, he is in many ways an example of love. Therefore, as John the theologian said, everyone who loves has come to know God. Everyone who hates him has not. Christ sacrificed not because of his selfishness, not because of his desire for glory, but because of love. And this means only one thing. Love cannot be without sacrifice. The nature of love is to give love, not with words, but with practical deeds. To give love, but to receive in return, not money, not services, but simply the joy of realizing that you are, and there is someone you love. If no one else has any questions for me and all the representatives of the Interstellar Union, there are representatives here who are members of the Contact Committee and who are aware of the situation on your planet and the possibility of joining the Interstellar Union. He is one of those who will be making that decision. There is also a representative from planet Tict. They have been here recently since 1945. Their task is to teach you to treat your planet not as a source of resources, but as a living being. Thank you for your attention and for your kind attitude to my contact. It will be returned to you in kindness.
Friends, we want to take care of you and remind you not to forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, copy the link to our YouTube channel to your phone so you can easily find us. We also have a Telegram chat group for you to connect with us and other like-minded people. You can find all the details on how to join in the description below this video.